Howdy hey, here's your Kallah Tip number 1. Before I give the tip, actually, I should explain. Kallah is Hebrew for bride or newlywed. The first tip that I'm going to give is about washing your shaitels or wigs. Also, to start off before I give my tip, a shaitel or wig, why Jewish women wear them after they get married, is because we have a halacha or law that states that after we get married, we're supposed to cover at least the crown of our head, which is why I'm wearing a scarf. And it's okay that my bangs are showing, but the rest of my hair is covered. A lot of women cover their hair in different ways. A lot of women wear scarves or bandanas, hats, and a lot of women wear wigs. There's a lot of laws about what kind of wigs are okay and what are not okay. A lot of women wear human hair wigs, but they have to be from certain countries, and some women wear synthetic wigs. I wear both. I bought the synthetic one first because, let's be honest, human hair wigs are very expensive, especially if you get the ones that are kosher, that are okay to wear for Jewish women. They easily, if you don't find a good deal, easily can go from anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000. And as a newlywed, a lot of us do not have that kind of money for a wig. So what I did is I went synthetic first. And there's a great website called voguewigs.com. They usually sell them to people who have cancer or who have, any kind of medical problem that require them to wear wigs, but also Jewish women can wear them because they're covered their hair too. And they have a huge selection of many different kinds of wigs. I found one that I fell in love with. It's called Roll With It by Forever Young, and it's a very beautiful curly wig. And my husband likes curly hair, so that's why I got it in the first place. Anyway, after wearing synthetic wigs for a while, you have to wash them. You don't really have a choice, otherwise they look ratty and disgusting and very interesting. So what I was told that which is bad advice, but I was told that if I were to get a synthetic wig, after a month, throw it out and buy a new one. Okay, first of all, I don't have the money to just be throwing away things that I buy after a month. That doesn't make any sense to me. I've never been that kind of person, so of course I decided to find a different option than just throwing it away. But after a month, it got very frizzy and tangly, and it just started to look bad. So I did a little research, and I found a very interesting tip on how to wash a synthetic wig. And I kind of laughed when I first saw this, and I was like, no way, that's not possible. But it actually works, and my wig looks beautiful, and it still feels like beautiful thing. I'm going to interrupt myself for a second. The beautiful thing about this website is all of their synthetic wigs, or most of them, some of them look kind of but most of them look and feel like real hair, which is why I recommend this site, because if you don't have the money for real hair wig, this place, their wigs look very nice and they feel real, and a lot of people can't tell the difference. Anyway, the best thing to do to wash a synthetic wig is to fill up a sink or tub. I recommend the sink because it's smaller and it's, you're not having to lean all over the place. But to fill up your sink with cold water and put like maybe a teaspoon of dishwashing soap, like Dawn or, you know, whatever, even the generic kinds. I don't know what kinds there are. But just a teaspoon. Don't do any more than that. But and then let the sink fill up, like all the bubbles fill up in the sink. Turn off the water. Put your wig inside the sink. I mean, I think I'll do a video of me actually showing how to do it. But for now, I'll just tell you. Put it inside the sink and don't, you know how when you're in the shower and you're washing hair and you kind of like scrunch the shampoo into your scalp? So don't do that with this wig because actually it'll mess up the fibers of the cap and it'll pull the hairs out and you'll end up having like chunks of hair missing. So you want to avoid that so you don't have bald patches on your wig. But you put it in the water and you run your fingers through the wig, and basically just getting the soap in between the layers and, you know, in between the curls and this and that, and then you take it out, and to rinse it, what I did is I took it to the bathroom at that point because sometimes you don't have a lot of time to do this, so it's a lot faster to just take it to after you initially wash it in the dishwashing soap, take it to the tub and just run it under the faucet to make sure that all the soap is out, and you hang it to dry. And after it's dried, with synthetic wigs, you don't want to blow dry them. You don't want to really put any styling heat on it like a curling iron or a straightener or anything like that, because since it isn't real hair, it's synthetic, it will burn and it'll have like a really weird smell, and it'll kind of just throw off the whole thing of your wig. But if you want to style it, you can use hairspray. That's fine. You can use like curling mousse, or you can use stuff like that. But I wouldn't use a blow dryer or a straightener or a curling iron or anything. But after you let it dry, you I wouldn't, for synthetic, I would not use a towel. I would just kind of let it hang dry and then style it the way that you want it to be styled with hairspray or with curling mousse, and it still looks as beautiful as ever. And mine came after I did it. I didn't believe it was going to work, but after I came back and it was dried already, I had hung it to dry over my faucet, but I came back and it still felt real. It was shiny, like freshly washed hair, like I just bought it. It's gorgeous, and it actually worked, and I was very surprised. So that is my very, very surprising tip on how to wash synthetic wigs. For human hair wigs, it's a lot of people just take them to like wig places just to get them washed, but honestly, it's like $40 every time you go, or every time I go, it's $40, and I don't have the money to constantly go and and wash these wigs. So what I do is I take regular shampoo, but like not like a heavy duty shampoo, a mild shampoo like a very simple Pantene or something, and you wash it like you would with regular hair. You kind of comb it through the layers, and you don't, like I said, you don't scrub it through the scalp of the cap of the wig, because you don't want to accidentally pull out hairs. You don't want bald patches. And for a lot of skin top wigs, it'll mess up the coloring and it won't look like skin top anymore, and it'll kind of just look like a weird cap thing, like not a natural thing. So you wash it with regular shampoo, and you comb it through, you rinse it out, and you hang it up to dry. With human hair, it's okay to use a blow dryer and a curling iron and a straightener, but only after it's completely dry. Let it air dry first, and then I would use the styling as not to burn or, mess up the hair in any way. So that is your Kallah tip of the week. If you have any questions, please post them, comment, and let me know, and I will get those answers for you. These videos are for you, not for me. I learned everything the hard way. But I figure the easier time that somebody else has, then the easier your first months will be, and the happier it'll be. Anyway, stay tuned and please comment and or ask questions. And if there are no questions, I will continue to just give tips until somebody says, wait, I have a question. Have a good one. And I hope this helped. It definitely, after I figured it out, it helped me, but I hope it helped you. Have a good week and stay tuned for next time.